Hi, I'm Nico Whiteman from Zambezi Flora, and I just want to take a few minutes to talk to you about how I garden with indigenous plants. So here we have one of our indigenous Crinum species kind of intermingled with an area of the more cultivated garden that we have. The reason for that is that this Crinum actually can remain evergreen if watered into the dry season. And as you can see, it obviously does not affect flowering. It will still come up and flower as usual when the weather is more conducive to it. Now, this is Crinum macawanii. You can see these massive inflorescences with these quite large white flowers with a nice kind of reddish to pinkish kind of stripe along the backside of the flower, also called a dorsal keel. We have 6 or 7 different species of Crinum in Zambia. This is probably one of the easiest to grow. We have others that are quite specialized in their habitat and will not grow easily outside of that. The nice thing with this one, when these flowers have faded, what I can do is break off the flower stalks, and this plant will actually usually put up another 1 or 2 flower stalks after that. So you can kind of extend the season of bloom by removing the spent flower stalks and forcing the plant essentially to produce another one. If you don't, what you have is that the plant will then start to set seed, as you can see back here. And this plant will produce potentially hundreds of seeds. Now there's obviously something I think that's gotten into that and rotted them, but the seeds, I'm just going to pull this apart here. The seeds can be from quite large to quite small, usually kind of a gray-green color, and this will have to be sown right away. There is no dormancy that these seeds will maintain. They need to be sown soon after they ripen in order for them to germinate right away and start into growth. If you try and store this for any period of time, more than a few weeks, the seed will shrivel and die, and that will be it. You won't be able to grow it from that seed anymore. Crinums will take, like the Scidoxis, about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years to get to flowering size from seed. And these bulbs are massive, easily 6 inches, sometimes 7, 8 inches across, and can be anywhere from maybe about 12 inches tall to taller if it's actually buried deeper in the ground, and the neck of the bulb has to spread to get above ground. What I do want to highlight though with these Crinums is in the Amaryllidaceae family here in Zambia, we have issues with 2 specific insects. So one is a weevil, and I've actually got a few of them right here that I can demonstrate to you. These weevils will eat the leaves, they'll eat the flowers, they'll eat the seeds, they'll eat everything to do with this plant. And if left to their own devices, this can essentially destroy a plant. Now, if you have enough of these, enough of the plants in a population, most likely they're just going to attack a few plants, and that won't harm the population in total. However, if you have 1 or 2 plants, these guys can be devastating to that plant effectively. Now we also have another one that is a type of moth which lays the eggs on the leaves. They hatch out into caterpillars with yellow to black banding on their bodies, and they are much more devastating to the Crinums and even the September lilies that people grow in Zambia. They will eat the leaves from the inside. They're usually much more numerous, dozens of potential caterpillars on one plant, and they can destroy a plant in a matter of a few days, even burrowing down into the bulb to eat the bulb. So those ones one has to be on the lookout. It's a little early for most of them at the moment, but by end of November into December, into January, even into February and March, they can be a problem. So you just have to keep an eye out for those.